Okay, good morning. It's now Thursday morning, May 15th at exactly 10:49 a.m. Last night, as I said I would, I read Chapter 6 in Rhonda Byrne's The Secret. Chapter 6 was entitled, I forget, The Secret to Relationships. It was actually a shorter chapter, like 15 pages or so. And if I grab my handy dandy purple piece of paper, we can see that I only wrote down 3 things last night. Of course, obviously it's because it was a smaller chapter. So let's see what I did. Number 1, visualize your perfect mate. Write down his or her qualities. That's pretty self-explanatory. It's saying take a piece of paper, write down everything that you want in your perfect partner, soulmate, spouse, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, and write down all of his or her qualities that make him or her the perfect mate. Simple as that. Number 2, make sure your actions mirror what you expect to receive. What this is saying is act as if you have your perfect mate already. One of the examples they gave was a woman who I believe owned a home with a 2-car garage, and she always would park her car basically in the middle of the garage. She only had 1 car, and what the book was trying to say is that she should believe that she already has her perfect mate and do it accordingly. In other words, clear out the other side of the garage so she can park her car on one side and then leave a space for the other car for her future mate's car. Just in other words, just have it all ready for when he does come. Just pretend as if he's there and he's going to park there after work when he gets home, or she gets home, whatever. So that's what they're trying to do. Also, it said this woman had a habit of sleeping in the middle of her bed, so she started sleeping just to one side. So in other words, that her partner could have the other side. She just got into that mindset that everything is waiting for him for when he gets here. Simple as that. And at least according to the book, this woman ended up, I believe, getting married within a year or something like that. The other example they gave was there was, I guess, a Hollywood producer of some sort that the author, Rhonda Byrne, had visited his home, and he had a bunch of paintings. Actually, it was the same painting apparently of a woman. He had painted this painting himself. It was a woman who I guess had some sort of thing draped across her, and she was facing the other direction, like looking away. And she suggested to him that he was having relationship problems because he had the same painting like in several different places in his house, and what it showed was a woman looking away from him as opposed to towards him. So. And he said, yeah, I'm right. I wish I had a better love life, blah, blah, blah. So she suggested that she asked him what he wanted, and he said, I'd like to date three different women a week, 3 times a week. So she said, paint that and put that up and around your house. And he did that. And a few months later, he said he was having dates all the time. He had women calling him constantly, and at that point, he said, you know what, I've had my fill of these dates, probably sowed some oats there, and then he said he wanted to settle down and get married. So Rhonda Byrne suggested, well, paint that. He painted that, and within a year, he was married. So there you go. The third and final thing that I wrote down is, no one can like you until you like yourself. Treat yourself with love and respect. That's not exactly new information. That's pretty much old hat. That is well known. They always say you can't love anybody until you love yourself. So pretty self-explanatory. Love yourself, get into that mind frame that life is good, you're wonderful, and you will emit those powerful rays of light or whatever, and you will draw people towards you. And that's that. So in the book it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 secret summaries. Secret summaries. Let's see what their bullet points were. Number 1, when you want to attract a relationship, make sure your thoughts, words, actions, and surroundings don't contradict your desires. That's basically what I spoke about with the woman with the car in her garage, and sleeping on the bed. Act as if he's already there, and it'll happen. Number 2, your job is you. Unless you fill yourself up first, you have nothing to give anybody. Again, that kind of goes back to that last step. You need to love yourself first and foremost before you can love somebody else, or somebody else can love you. Number 3, treat yourself with love and respect, and you will attract people who show you love and respect. Again, that comes off of just what we spoke about. Love yourself before anybody else can love you. Number 4, when you feel bad about yourself, you block the love, and instead you attract more people and situations that will continue to make you feel bad about you. Again, as this book has been preaching since the beginning, think positive. Think positive, be positive. If you think negative, the negative thoughts are going to surround you, and you're going to draw more negativity towards you. Be positive, and positive energy will come towards you. Number 5, focus on the qualities you love about yourself, and the law of attraction will show you more great things about you. Again, we're just repeating ourselves here. Keep thinking positive, be positive, focus on the qualities you love about yourself. You could actually, I don't even think it said to do that, but it was talking about writing down the qualities of your perfect mate. You could also write down the good qualities about you too, if you were so inclined to do so. Number 6, the last bullet point here. To make a relationship work, focus on what you appreciate about the other person and not your complaints. When you focus on the strengths, you will get more of them. Simple as that. Focus on the positive. There's an example earlier in this book where it talks about, earlier in this chapter I say, where it said something about, even if things aren't here, even if you're having a really hard time in a relationship, things aren't working, you're not getting along, someone's in your face, you still can turn that relationship around. Take a piece of paper and for the next 30 days sit down and write all the things that you appreciate about that person. Think about all the reasons that you love them. You appreciate their sense of humor. You appreciate how supportive they are. And what you'll find is that when you focus on appreciating and acknowledging their strengths, that's when you'll get more of, and the problems will fade away. I wish my wife and I could have known that 8 months ago, but c'est la vie. Anyway, that is it for this chapter. The next chapter is chapter 7. It's called The Secret to Health. Also something I'm interested in because I need to lose some weight, and I will lose some weight. So I will be reading The Secret of Health probably tonight, and which means I will probably be back tomorrow morning to run down that chapter for you. So until then, peace.